all you just need is a hero who utilizes all that. And since you have a Marcy, you're going up against Tiny Mars Hoodwink. I would not say no to a Shadow Fiend here.
It actually wouldn't be bad. The thing is though, it a lot of times in the current meta, Pango is being played in the mid lane. But yeah, you could go for a safe lane SF as
Yep.
you mentioned. So wouldn't be too bad. The only problem I see with the SF is that I mean you can't attack through the Mars arena, but SF is one of those heroes who doesn't have an issue of popping a BKB and just walking inside of
Yep.
the arena. So yeah, I'd like it. I think that's actually a pretty good pick now for Purple Paradox.
He would be so good with the Marcy too. Like that damage spike early on is really heavy. We're gonna go for a hero that has some similarities to the SF. He is definitely one of the scarier late game carries to go up against the TB for Purple Paradox. And looking at the way that they've been drafting before, they haven't gone for the TB before this. They've gone for snipers, slarks, pudges, and Svens in their safe lane. So this time bringing out something a little bit different.
So do you pick a Zeus now, and put the Tiny in the support role? I'm not sure if you would want to go that route. I think Neon.Atomic, even without picking any more heroes, they actually have ways of killing the Terrorblade. But
Zeus.
having a hero that directly counters him wouldn't be too bad. Maybe you just go. You can't really go for a PL because of the Pango. You go for a morph. Okay, you get an Ags on the morph. You counter the TB that way. You're a Manta builder. Actually, makes a lot of sense.
I think, they already have the Tiny for JG, most likely, so he
Yep.
doesn't probably want the Zeus in the draft anymore. Morphling is very good against the TB, and he's still one of those heroes that can build an Aghanims to kind of drop the stats off of the Terrorblade if he can find the right one. Even if he accidentally uses it on an illusion, doesn't matter because the morph still gets a lot of benefit out of it. He's
Yep.
really good in his own metamorph form, and with the tools that you have on this hero, positioning can be really good. You can still build into a BKB, can't get sundered, and silencers kind of like and also kind of hate playing against Morphling because you see him, you get popped, you're dead, and it's like, all right, well, is this gonna be my game of Dota now? Just getting hunted by this Morphling over and over again.
Yeah, but if things start going south for the Morphling and you can get a good timing on the Manta, then every single one of your items is starting to be late, then the silencer is something that you don't like playing against because
Yep.
even when you have a Manta, he forces you to use it at the early points of the fight, and then it's uncertain if you'll have the damage or the defensive capabilities necessary to stay and fight. So we'll see how it goes. Silencer will definitely be annoying to the Morphling in the lane because I am assuming it's gonna be a Marcy and the TB lane. That's the one that makes more sense to me overall. But yeah, I wouldn't mind either of the supports laning with the Terrorblade.
At least in terms, pretty solid drafts on both sides. I feel like this is a pretty 50-50 game, not to be completely honest. I think this last phase, we're looking at offlaners slash maybe even supports here because Tiny Mars Morphling kind of fills in for the core of Atomic, so they're missing a support. They have the Hoodwink only, unless they decide to put a pause 4 Tiny and pick themselves another mid if JG wants to play something different. However, I don't think they've played a support Tiny before. Yeah, they haven't actually, so most likely Lucify on the Hoodwink. And we're looking for something maybe... Is Disruptor still in the pool? Disruptor is actually still in the pool, so that's a decent pause 5 for Neon.Atomic.
Wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be bad for sure. I'm thinking of, do we have any melee position fives that would go well with the Morphling, or maybe something a little bit tankier that will soak up the damage that can at least fight the silencer if it is a silencer 4 in the lane. Though I really like the bans from Purple Paradox. They get rid of the clock, they get rid of the undying because those pretty much would have been perfect heroes, especially the clock. Getting on top of the silencer at the start of the fight is a big deal.
All right, well, this hero does spell some trouble for Tiny and the Morphling, both as a core. Doom is very annoying in team fights, and also that kind of start the fight type of hero. if they have the chance to block the Morphling from using his Mantas and his other defensive capabilities, then that is an option to go for. But they're going to go for the Primal Beast. They have played it before in a support role. Atomic have had this +5 Beast once before. It looks like they're going to go for it again with Hated picking it up for himself. In terms of the full draft, I have to say I really like Neon.Atomic's draft in general, how it works out. Like, you've got some counters into the mix as well. I feel like this could be a really good game if they're able to kind of play against the split push capability of Purple Paradox. It's really coming down to the Terrorblade. Like, if they can keep their lanes pushed in when taking fights, I feel like Atomic could have a huge edge this game.
Yeah, I agree completely with that assessment because if Neon.Atomic are dealing with lanes and they're having decent vision, let's say the vision game is 50-50, their initiation and their ability to go for pickoffs, Tiny, Mars, Hoodwink, Primal Beast is just on a higher level than Purple Paradox. So if the lanes aren't being pushed in and you're not constantly having to deal with those, and are able to hunt Marcy, Silencer, Pango. All of these are very easy kills. Even the Terrorblade in the early stages of the game. And if that does happen, Purple Paradox could be in trouble. On the other hand, though, if the lanes start going towards you and the vision game is more on the side of Purple Paradox, you're gonna be losing so much because these heroes that are capable of killing, if they're not doing it, they're just not farming or becoming as strong as they should be, and you're most likely gonna lose. So it is kind of gonna be I don't want to say a race against time, but a race for map control, so that you can slow down the Terrorblade and the rest of Purple Paradox. So Neon.Atomic, it comes down to them. If they execute this one properly, I think they got it.
If it's not a race against time, is it potentially a time against a race?
I can't do with your philosophical questions any longer. This
Philosophy is a
getting...
difficult question to start start things off of the day. And let's look at Purple Paradox. They're going to go for a smoke on move here into the enemy jungle, and it will pop right under an enemy ward. So it couldn't have been better for Atomic. But they don't get the D ward. Hated. Oh no. Alright, Onslaught leveled up. So probably wanted to get that level 1 anyway. Onslaught is still pretty handy, even if you don't have trample.
30 seconds until
I thought he was gonna die there actually, because once you start going for the onslaught, when he starts flapping his arms or front legs, I don't even know how to put that one.
Front
the Mars
legs.
can react with the dispose, but he didn't there, and Fearless Lot didn't catch him, so that could have been first blood. Hated actually just went in there despite knowing exactly where the enemies were.
Well, they are still trading off a couple hits here, forcing the Primal Beast away to secure themselves a Mountain Rune in the river. TB is going to miss one, because it is the Marcy who actually is able to get it out. So I thought the Hoodwink had it for a second. Still trading off hits here. TB has to level up his reflection. Seri missing the spear from point blank range. Won't be able to get that perk.
He didn't see a tree anywhere to connect with the TB, and then he went for a bit of a gamble play. It didn't pay out though. I never like when people start with the spear. Yeah, sure, the God's Rebuke doesn't really do much damage against the Terrorblade, but you are playing against 2 melee heroes, so the God's Rebuke does make a lot of sense there.
Let's see what our top lane is going to fold into. The Morphling already taking some early hits from Moody. Same here to help him out here, even though the Doom is going to be focusing on farm early on. Love the changes to this hero, that he's finally packing a lot of armor. Remember the days of the low armor Dooms?
Yep, those were the days that you could exploit it and actually deal with him in lane. Now, the Doom is one of the stronger laners out there. You don't even have to start with the Devour, you start with the Scorched Earth, and no one can pretty much fight you. I like the Doom and the Silencer combo, not only because of the lane, but in this game, when you Doom someone and there's an Arcane Curse on them, that's gonna be a hell of a lot of damage. So, really, the heroes of Neon, especially the cores, are going to be needing some BKBs and they need to be fast on their fingers, because if the Doom comes out and there's no BKB, I don't know if any of them can survive the damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage basically on almost every hero in this game, which will make things a whole lot different. At least to the ones where you have like 2 heavy hitters who start hitting later on, maybe 1 burst hero, maybe the mid heroes have something, but it feels like everyone can just take these individual 1v1s. And as you can see, level 2 hits. Moody, that's a first blood for sure, but who's it gonna be? Who's falling first? Is it Moody or Scottylicious? Moody, oh, hated. Canceled his right-click animation a bit too early on. He's still gonna chase for it. Scottylicious gets taken down by Seimei. And there we have our first kill of the day, and it's gonna be for Purple Paradox to take.
Really good creep for the Doom. He got the Wool Assassin. The regen reduction is just insane in the lane against the Morphling. And if you get those hits in, I mean, the Morph doesn't do anything. You just don't shift into strength the way you would want to. So one of the reasons that it was so hard for the Morphling to continue fighting there. Usually the Doom alone hitting him probably isn't enough for getting a kill.
JG with his early 10 CS, 11 on the Pango, both doing a fairly good job here. Just trading farm in mid for now. Not really fighting it out against each other's. No toss either, just full-on farm mode. And like you said, the 75 regen reduction, that's actually massive. That's a big number.
Yep, sometimes supports make a mistake of when they're pulling, they use a salve, and the Wool Assassin hits them, and their salve is pretty much useless at that point.
Yep.
So that's something that you should pay attention to, and also pay attention to the bottom lane.
Oh, look at the top lane. That's going to be a very dead Primal Beast. 2 more ticks. Oh, he's not actually falling. Going back to bottom. Seri, he will live by the looks of it. Very close call. Both lanes on the Atomic taking a pummeling. One from the Metamorph, and secondary Doom and the Silencer punishing the Primal Beast, who basically ran in with the trample, but his trample did very minuscule damage compared to how much he took. So it wasn't really a worth trade.
It's actually a really
they're trying to get it bottom. They got the bushwhack, but the God's Rebuke breaks it. Seri gets the spear. There's a creep wave being glyphed as well, so he won't die into the tower and swap it over to the TB. That's unfortunate with the bushwhack and the God's Rebuke. So far.
Sure.
They've got the Marcy under the tower. They've got the damage to take this kill. Right click's flying through, but it doesn't look like it might be enough. Even the Mars. Oh, he finally gets the bonk out. No mana for a spear, but the bonk's just enough.
Yeah, under the tower, the reflection pretty much won't do any damage, so the Mars is more than fine there. Yep, was very close, but just enough mana and HP to survive there for Seri, so no issue whatsoever. I think when you start off the day with a Marcy and with a Hoodwink and a Mars lane, you need to be paying attention a little bit to those little mistakes you can make.
And we have a disconnected Morphling. Had a couple pauses here and there. There was a moment, like maybe 20-25 seconds ago, almost every single hero on Neon.Atomic's side was about to die. Now we have a full HP Tiny who's just teleported back to the lane, or got himself some regen, at least from the empty bottle that he has. And everybody else is still kind of soft here. Morphling has to stand behind the tower. Can't get close. Seimei is making sure he's not going to make it there. And you see Moody is also pulling the creep wave currently. So, hated. Scottylicious, they'd like to do something about this pull, but they don't have the HP.
Yeah, they can't do much. This is the thing, Morphling, just for the first couple of levels, he struggles. Now he is level 3, though it's usually like level 4, 5 when things start to look a bit better for you. Maybe you get an extra item.
Well, they got the Terrorblade at least.
That's big. I mean, your strength comes from this bottom lane. They are the ones that are going to be killing people around the map.
I feel like anybody could be, to be honest. So, seeing the way that this is starting off and all of Atomic's heroes being so super low. But yeah, these are definitely your killers. Should at least guarantee with those rotations. Same A. Building into the face boots Midas. Classic Doom build. Nothing surprising there. And Morphling's actually lining up some raindrops. He's kind of had it with this silencer.
The damage of the silencer is just insane. Though the raindrops don't help you too much against the hero. That is the worst part. So he's not gonna
Let's see what they can do with this. They got the trample. That's level 2. It does a lot more damage, and the Morphling will be able to clean out the silencer. Moody actually gets the kill, but Seimei finishes off Scottylicious. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Seri down, Fearless down, onto the TB with JG rotating Valky. He wants a bit of that action, but he's only level 5 on this Pango. Lucify takes a lot of damage, has to walk away. TB in trouble. Tiny still needs 8 seconds for another avalanche, so he's not going to be able to clean out this TB out of the way. That was a bit unfortunate for Valky. He had to rotate, he got himself a kill, but he's only level 5, no Rolling Thunder.
Yep. Though, if you have it there, I still don't think you kill the Tiny. Maybe the Hoodwink dies. Overall, not that big of a deal. The big deal is if Seri dies once again.
Yeah, he has a TP on cooldown as well. Fearless can't quite keep the Mars in right-click range.
Really good God's Rebuke. Mid shield crash from the Pango, he stops it, and then there's no slow, there's no damage, and you can get yourself out. If that slow had connected, it would have been.
They're gonna dive Moody in mid. Hear the roar of the charge and the trample on top of him. Silencer quickly cleaned out. And that is also now level 4 for the Primal Beast, so level 3 rotations paying off.
Doom is also level 6, and the difference between him and the Morphling in net worth is huge. Plus, he's still staying with the Wool Assassin, so the Morphling, even if he gets the Morph out before the Doom, it's really not gonna be doing anything. So right now, Scottylicious, he kind of needs to be protected. Maybe you don't have to be on the top lane constantly, but he needs to be close to the tower, and his team needs to be ready for a TP if the Doom does come out.
So what do you think? Are we going to see him with the Wool Assassin buff for the entire game? He's going to get jumped on by Scottylicious and hated, and the trample is too powerful.
I mean, when the Morphling goes full jungle, he changes it. So during the duration of the laning stage, which is in the current meta, usually like up until minute 9-10, the carries stay in the lane, then he's most likely gonna change that one. It won't give him too much after he's not constantly fighting the Morphling.
Doom leading net worth at almost 4k, followed up by the rest of the cores. Mars being the last, not by a big margin. Valky wants the action rune. Rolling Thunder's throw is going to be in the bottom half. It's a haste rune as well, so he wants to take it away from the Tiny. There's a fine bushwhack, can't do anything about it. This is a worth ulti. Meanwhile, in bottom, Seri does get the spear. TB is going to start taking some tower hits. And hated. He's charging in. He's got the trample as well. That's a dead terribly. This is big. This is absolutely huge for Atomic to be able to punish the carry again.
Yep. Seri understands that in this lane you need a billion stats. You cannot get greedy, like get the phase boots immediately. Double bracer and the magic wand is what's keeping him alive.
Top lane also being pushed in as Seri, Lucify, they clean out Fearless in the bottom lane, finding themselves a Marcy. Mars has actually just went up by 800 net worth in just a minute, thanks to those 2 kills.
800 GPM.
Yeah.
Maybe for this one. He does have the arena, doesn't want to let the top tower go, so they all fight now.
Yeah, and what can they do with this? That's a good arcane curse. Onto the Doom they go. Arena is available. Rolling Thunder. 7-second cooldown. He still doesn't have it. And they're gonna have to sack Seimei. Doesn't even allow them to reinitiate for a pickoff out of that fight because they don't have the ulti on Pango. So that's a bit of an unfortunate loss. You rotated all these heroes, even though Atomic was there with 5, only to watch your buddy die.
Yep, and Neon, they slowed down the push. They're gonna be happy with that, extending the potential laning for the Morphling just for a couple of more seconds. That's quite good. And also, the Silencer will die as well.
He will continue to die. As hated. I think like the Silencer is the hated one. He's gonna Doom to prevent his TP. He wants this kill. He will take it.
I mean, he did kill his laning partner. So.
They just tossed Valky right into the arms of the Mars. Mars, he's got a swashbuckle though. Oh, it doesn't get it off. Valky, has he never pushed. He never swashbuckled. He had
up on life.
2 separate opportunities to swashbuckle to the side, maybe teleport away, but instead he was just clicking on the ground. I don't know what happened. I think, honestly, I think that was a bit of a mistake from him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think he could have gotten out. He was probably trying to find where to go and then overthinking it for a second twice, and that will cost your life in these high stress situations.
I think so too.
The big thing is that Sharpshooter is now ready. So any hero on Purple Paradox is just dead if Mars catches them with the spear. Or you'll have to use the Global Silence.
They're rotating to mid. Now we've got 4 heroes heading towards the mid lane. But they have scouted out some of these moves with the river ward they've placed down. That does open up the mid tower to the taking. And they're not defending it. They're going to let it fall. That's going to hurt a bit.
Perfect for Neon.Atomic. This is the thing. You don't care about the top tower any longer. You already defended it once. You don't have to go for it any longer. Maybe you can go for a smoke now, but that's about it. That's gonna stop their top lane performance after this one. And once the Tiny gets the blink, there's no mid lane tower, so he can go anywhere he likes. So I'm not too happy about the smoke, especially because it got scanned out and you probably won't be getting anything.
That's a big probably. Yep, Tiny has an idea. He sees the silencer, and it does lead into a kill. Yeah. Not even gonna say what that looked like, but that's a dead silencer, nevertheless.
It looked like he hanged himself.
That's what I was about to say.
I know. I can read your mind. Yeah, but either way, I mean, you get the kill, but I'm not that big of a fan of a smoke because you're going to be needing those smokes to invade the enemy big jungle with the mid lane tower being down.
Alright, Seri, let's see what you can do here. No abilities left. He's just going to walk to the edges of the arena, prevent the Marcy from doing more damage. Marcy now being trampled, pulverized as well. Valky coming in with the Rolling Thunder. Global Silence going to be kicked in, so they're going to be able to get the Hated out of the way, but they will keep Mars's life intact. And Swashbuckle comes out as well with a bit of poke, and Scotty Licious with an Arcane Rune. Not really going to get much done here, so Primal Beast sacks his life to keep the Mars alive for a bit longer. I guess that's a worthy trade. Mars would hate to die, but he's still going to have to walk all the way back to Fountain.
Still, Global Silence being used is something that makes Neon.Atomic happy about that one. It just means that Mars and the Hoodwink, or the Tiny and the Hoodwink, most likely Tiny and the Hoodwink, because JG is getting his blink right now, are gonna be a big nuisance on the map, and you cannot save anyone. If JG finds a target, the target will be going down. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and but they have to make it work. I think the pressure's on them now. Like, at the same time, they feel comfortable about it, but they also need to make a move happen now. And if they could find something like, say, Valky's Pango would be great. He's already moving away. And Doom walks in. Seimei was thinking maybe I can fight them. But okay, they just got themselves a huge pick-off because that was the most farmed hero on the map.
Yep, they already killed him 3 times in this game. And actually, all of the times he was topping the net with Tractor Ball. Go for more.
Yeah, might as well. Got 2 cores for 1.
Yep, with that kind of a positioning in the enemy jungle, the bottom tower stands no chance. If you start DPing heroes there, if you're Purple Paradox, you actually can't get out. Panda, are you crying? Did you like any of the heroes here?
I basically feel a bit sad that they got the Doom, they got the Pango. Those are pretty big pickoffs. So obviously you got to shed a tear every time that happens. Bottom lane though, there's a Doom being used onto Seri, but it's just that. It's just a Doom being used. Wow. You lost a hero for it.
They really want to fight this.
Does get the Infernal Blade now. Bushwhack being loaded up, and it's going to go straight to Seimei. Hated. It's not the target they want, but it might just be the target that they have to fight against. Seimei. Both Moody and Seimei so low on HP. Valky has to try to protect them somehow. Tries to keep Seri alive. You've got a charge coming in from the left. This is like This is like basically big war tactics. You gotta hold one side, but the other one's leaking. Hated under the tower. Valky with the tower, able to maybe get this kill. He needs this one. One more hit. The raindrops. Oh no. Okay, finally gets it in the end. He has lost his buddies though, so Valky dead to the avalanche. JG waves his arm in the air. That is 18 kills for Atomic now, but the big thing I want to point out is look at the economy. Neither team actually has a lead despite a 7-18 scoreline.
It's still a duel. You know, two built-in Midases, or a built-in Midas and a bot Midas. So that is pretty much what's keeping them in a equal in terms of net worth. But that was really surprising to me from Purple Paradox. Do they really think that delaying the game just a little bit and throwing away your heroes to the bottom lane will allow your Terrorblade to win this one? I'm not so sure. So that's the only reason I see that they went to defend that bottom tower, because your whole jungle is overtaken, and from multiple angles, Neon.Atomic can just punish you for that kind of a TP.
And onto Valky they go. Yeah, might as well stack their spells just to get that extra bit of nuke into the mix. As long as he doesn't fly out from the arms of the Primal Beast, he's able to pulverize and keep him on the spot. And Purple Paradox not looking too healthy right now. And Atomic is being so active. Going for another. They see Fearless. And they also saw the Terrorblade. They want the TB. They're going to wrap around for him.
This is the one. This is the smoke with which you hunt the Terrorblade. Anything other than that isn't going to be worth it.
It is so easy to read their map movements, where they went. Seeing the TB was there, they placed the Warden onto the high ground. It's like, okay, he's not here. He's not at the secret shop. Smokes are popping on the low ground. Yep, there he is. And then just go in. Lose a fight. Can he get himself a pushback of a lifetime? No, he can't. He's going to get killed. They're also going to get global silence. Seimei. He's got two enemies on top of him, both JG and Hayden. Oh. Pulverize. That's another kill for Atomic. TB and Doom both down. You only lost a Hoodwink for it, and you got global silence out. You got two big heroes out of the way. Morphling is farming. This is an ideal world for Atomic.
Ideal for sure. I mean, a lot of things happened there. Mainly first the TB kill. You could see that Purple Paradox were aware that the Neon.Atomic would want to kill the TB, and they brought so many heroes to the top lane, but just they found the right angle. To kill Moody. I can't actually believe that Purple Paradox are even trying to go towards the bottom lane. You need to protect your top lane. It needs to be the warded right now. Those wards staying there, that cannot be allowed.
It's an attempt to take him down. Here's the Doom coming out as well. The Boomerang. A lot of damage is being reflected backwards. Seimei out to fall. Fearless might die as well. And they've lost 2 for 1. They finally got the JG kill. That's a big streak for Valky. But Valky, he's got no way of getting out of this one. Stunned over and over again. 20 stick charges unused.
Okay, this again opens up the map towards the Terrorblade. The Terrorblade will have to bail from the top lane, and anywhere else he's gonna be in trouble. I really like how Neon.Atomic are playing this. The Terrorblade is getting a lot of farm, but the Morphling is getting massive.
Yeah, this is something that I really enjoy watching. Beautiful bushwhack. It's going to cut the trees down. Marcy's going to get stunned as well because of the onslaught. There's the Sunder coming out as well. They're going to turn it around, but Scottylicious, he wants the damage. He wants a couple hits in. Fearless takes him down to half HP. You've got KDB trying to do a lot of hits onto the Morphling. Morphling will live, though. He's able to walk out, so they get away with a kill, but they couldn't take down the Terrorblade, which they really wanted.
Really important that Purple Paradox secured the map so that the Terrorblade can stay on the top side. If the Terrorblade is pushed away and he has to TP, let's say, to the bottom lane, his farm is very soon gonna suffer heavily because of it. So very nicely done from Purple Paradox, both keeping him alive and also keeping him on the top lane.
Yeah, indeed. Like, what of a situation the Terrorblade is in right now. He still has a game at his hands. He's not the most farmed hero you would like to be on Terrorblade at this stage of the game, because at 20 minutes you want to be looking at Manta and potentially even have started Scotty. Well, he has built a Falcon Blade Dragon Lance in between, so that kind of evens it up. But he's a bit behind his normal timing. Seimei able to blink away from Hated, who just charged in.
He's baiting them.
This could work. This could work beautifully. Well, it's just going to be the Primal Beast, so I have to use a lot of tools for this one. And it takes them some time to actually kill this hero. That just spells how tanky this guy is. He's got a casual plate mail as well.
Yep, the Lotus Orb will change a lot, actually. You put it on the Morphling, there's not gonna be a Sunder, there's not gonna be a Doom. You might not have to do it on him, considering that he does have a Linken's, but imagine Scatterlicious might not even need to go for a BKB this game, or not anytime soon, if that Lotus Orb has any kind of a decent timing here on the Primal Beast.
Currently not too aware about Atomic's whereabouts. They're heading at the top lane just outside of vision. Atomic, even though they have a lot of map control currently, they don't really have any other deep vision except for that bottom ward right in front of the tier 2 tower. JG with an Invis rune. There's a smoke on its way towards top. They want to find the Morphling. Scotty-licious. He might have just overstayed his welcome here. He does have a Linken's, but he is going to get stunned, and it doesn't matter. He's got a Manta. He just got it off the courier. He will be able to pop it, but right now he's just being controlled on the spot, but it's just going to be enough. They've got a bushwhack on two. Lucify almost taking down the Doom. And here comes JG as well. He misses the avalanche on the target that they wanted. The XD Gamers into chat by Scotty-licious. JG still battling it out with Fearless. Valky controlling the Morphling in the back. We got a Metamorph as well on TB. It's 1500 HP. He needs to be careful because the Mars is going to walk in. And look at Scotty-licious. They will take him down. No fear whatsoever. Fearless to go down. Valky to teleport away. And a full-on fledged battle by Neon.Atomic, and Scotty-licious with the XD Gamers. He literally just got an item off the courier, that being the Manta style.
Even with it, it was a mistake from Purple Paradox. They actually had luck that the rebound connected at the same time that the Manta was used, and Scatterlicious got stunned, and doomed an illusion.
Yeah,
even with that.
So that was kind of rough. He was able to remove the global silence with the Manta, but yeah, I was wondering, like, where did the Doom go? Completely wrong target.
They removed the Linken's with the last word, and then he just loses an illusion. So, and it was pretty much obvious which was the real one, so it's just a misclick. He probably knew which the real one is, but maybe you get excited, maybe it's the first match of the day, and you just make a honest mistake. Though that honest mistake cost them dearly, because this was their time to come back into the game, especially because Scatterlicious did the extended transformation.
Yeah, if he didn't get the Manta, he would have still been global silence, but now he's just setting himself up right here. They're just gonna stun control him, and can they get the full kill? No, they quite can't. He's trying to fight back, and the Aegis is gone. Now they need to back away, disengage. They gotta run. You gotta run, boy. He will.
That's actually a big one. You just got the Aegis, and it gets
literally
taken down.
lost it. One of the shortest Aegis durations I've actually seen for quite some time.
Especially, I mean, it's okay if you die in the Roche Pit for a team fight, but you just TP'd to the other part of the map. KDB might be going to the fountain, though.
We'll see. Damage is sufficient. BKB just so he doesn't get the Sunder off. Just in case. Atomic applying pressure. Valky. No, he doesn't have a Rolling Thunder. Global silence, maybe a bit too late. And this time they got the Doom to connect, and this Morphling, he's already strength morphing himself to almost 5k HP. And they're just cleaning house.
Nowhere to run.
Everything went to hell in 30 seconds.
I mean, even with the Aegis being taken down, the movements of Neon.Atomic are just perfect. The second that the Morphling TP'd to the bottom lane, he was a bit more aggressive than he should be, but he knew that his team was already having a plan to come towards the bottom lane. Obviously, they found the TB while they were rotating, so that was the first one. But Purple Paradox, because they killed the Morphling, because they really went for that Aegis, they overstayed their welcome, and there was nowhere to run. You're behind your tier 2 without your Terrorblade, and actually when the difference in strength is so big, you are gonna get ran down. There was no chance Neon.Atomic don't go for that dive.
Yeah, now they're teleporting to the mid lane, wanting to catch the Tiny, but not able to get him. Valky loading up Rolling Thunder. They want to try again. It is going to be a tough fight for them. Global Silence is going to be up in 60 seconds. Valky gets stuck. There's a bit of a wasted ult right there. So Atomic, they're probably going to wait for the duration. Maybe even smoke up. Arcane on Tiny. Valky walking in. He's going to cancel out the blink from JG, but he just literally runs into them. 40% damage reduction at least. And can Fearless get the kill? Yes, he can. Will be able to take him down. Scotty Licious in the fight. They got hit in the middle. Purple Pulverize is going to get cancelled, but the Avalanche connecting up to 2 as well with the Doom of the BKB. They're going to be hammering down Scotty Licious. Can they take the Morphling? Yes, they can. No, they can't. He's on the run. He's going to get silenced up, though. He's very low on HP. JG going to interrupt them again with another Avalanche. And there's going to be Moody going down. Scotty Licious killed off by Valky. Finally, a bit of luck going in the way of Purple Paradox as well, but Atomic. KDB. 300 HP, teleporting away. Spear's going to be there. No. Too late.
Ooh, beautiful spot there, because he knows the Mars needs to go all the way around that tree. So he moves to the left so that he would get the vision, but just not enough time. A little bit too aggressive now from Neon.Atomic. The thing is, your Hoodwink died at the start of the fight, so you don't have that potential to just blow someone up. And then it allows Purple Paradox to have this long fight, long drawn-out fight where you will be able to take down the Morphling. So they finally get something going their way. And this is the thing, it's still not over. You're up against the Terrorblade. Once there's a BKB and the Scotty, if it comes to that point, it's going to be dangerous.
Alright, pick off on the Marcy. Opening up the map a little bit here. Purple Paradox wanting to get the bot lane to push in. Trying to reclaim control of their triangle. There's a ward, though. There comes Luzify. He doesn't have Sharpshooter, though. He's still going to go in for it.
Do they need it, even?
I mean, I guess they could. Hated charging in and cancels the Manta usage, so... Luzify will die to Moody, but they did get the Terrorblade and TB. He hasn't really progressed a lot in farm. And now they found the Silencer. Bang, bang, bang.
It was under vision. Look, it's kind of delicious. Should I kill you from the left or from the right?
Well, we're gonna kill your buddy at least. Both
some really nice item and spell usage from Tiny.
Samey looking for a solo kill here with the Doom onto the Mars. He's blocking his exits. He's trying his best here. Might just be enough damage. Yes, it is. Hated trying to walk in for the deny. Samey with a solo kill gets a lot of money out of this. Maybe a second one as well. Maybe getting a double for himself. Hated on the run. Uproar being used as well. Another Infernal Blade. The guy's burning to death. He just got... What the hell? Samey! That's a tip-worthy play. That's 1,300 gold that he got from 2 solo kills on a Doom.
Yep. Beautifully done. But look at JG, he's hunting again. What I was getting at on the top lane, JG, I don't know if you saw it, he went with the Avalanche on the Terrorblade, then he waited to see what was going to happen, not wanting to pop the BKB, and then once the Global Silence came out, that's when he popped the BKB. He didn't preemptively do it, just being afraid of the Thunder, because he knew, I'm going to go for an Avalanche, then I'm going to go for the toss, and if you pop the Global Silence anywhere between that, then I'm going to pop the BKB. And he did exactly that, pretty much set up the nice kill on the Terrorblade on top.
But doesn't really make a difference, though. I mean, he's still going to be BKB most likely. And he had all of his spells on cooldown, so not much he can do. But true, I can see the idea behind it. It's like at least they're able to get the silence off, and he won't be able to get sundered. Valky just rolled into his death by the looks of it. Yep. Oh.
Did he?
Well, he's rolling back in. It's like a bit of question marks in the air. Samey. He's man fighting the front line. This Doom is very big. He's very bulky. He just needs a bit more backup here. He's going to get some movement speed here from Fearless. Fearless on the side, running away. And a lot of vengeance there, forcing Atomic to stack in towards mid. And they don't lose a single hero after the Terrorblade has fallen, so he's back alive. That's going to be the tower down, though. So No more tier 2s for Purple Paradox.
They used all their resources and the Tiny had the regen rune. So that makes it impossible for Purple Paradox to fight right now, even deal with the waves.
Yeah, and good night, Mango.
Did not think it was possible.
So how do you leave the base right now for Purple Paradox? You actually don't for 60 seconds until
They
the
just
Pango
did.
comes. But it might end up going badly for them.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
agree.
reason for Neon.Atomic to not go for a fight. Tiny will get this Arcane Rune. And I guess maybe you're not feeling too comfortable given that the Roche will be coming out soon. But they most definitely can rotate to the bottom lane. There's nothing that's stopping them.
Oh, they're going to jump on Hated into the mid lane. Let's see if they can get this Primal Beast kill. Marcy deals a nice amount of damage with the Unleash, but just being held in place with the stun. Seri coming in for the back line, throws the spear into Seimei. TP wanting to join the fight as well, but they're dying one by one. They've already lost 3 heroes.
Nowhere to run.
That's a bit of a misjudgment call there. I can totally see myself in the eyes of this Terrorblade. Like, this is, you know, I do a lot of damage. I'm very confident in my capability and my skill. I still have decent farm. But then it kind of all just falls flat because, like, oh, they have way too many heroes. Okay, my guys just died. Oh, this stuff doesn't look good at all. Oh, how do I get out? No, I'm not getting out at all. Valky's going to try and buy some time with the Rolling Thunder. Mars does take a nice amount. He might just actually die here. Oh, he missed the swashbuckle. He needed that to connect. And now he's dead.
He doesn't really like that spell this morning, it seems like. Doesn't want to use it defensively, and when he uses it defensively, doesn't really work out that well. Plus, now they don't have the Pango, and even if they did, without the Rolling Thunder, there's no chance of fighting. I'm liking that Purple Paradox are trying to go for plays, but at that point, where you were out of your base and Neon.Atomic is not coming towards you, just be happy with it. Get some farm, because you're not going to be able to fight him. Now, there's no resources on Neon.Atomic on some of their heroes, so maybe you can get something for yourself.
21,000 net worth Morphling versus a 13k Terrorblade.
Origin rune again.
Choose your hero.
I mean, no one is going to be choosing the Terrorblade at this point.
Very good execution. Just hunting one by one. Atomic's movements have been so good this game. I genuinely enjoy the tempo they're setting. It's like we're going from one place to another, to another, to another. It's a never-ending domino effect, the way that they're moving around on the map, and I really commend them for it. They choked the map from Paradox. It felt like there was never a calm moment. The TB farming on the enemy side of the jungle gets found there as well several times. It's like, oh, I can't farm here either. Where do I farm? And now it really translates on the network list. Like, this map is truly a textbook example of good movement.
Yep, but it all started with the mid lane tower falling so early. I think Purple Paradox just didn't put enough emphasis on protecting that one, even from chip damage at the early stages of the game when Valky was rotating and staying on the bottom lane for a long time. I think that had the biggest impact here, because without that tower falling, Neon.Atomic wouldn't have been able to overtake the map as much as they did, like in the first 15 minutes.
There goes another Roshan with the shard. That's going to be number 2. The last time they had Aegis, they gave it away. Let's see what Purple Paradox can do. This might just be the last fight as well. They get the Global Silence. Beautiful initiation coming out. Seri down. Morphling to fall. This is so good. How can this happen again? Mars coming in with a buyback. They have used a lot of tools for it though. JG with this BKB. He's going to get the toss out. Terrorblade in trouble. Gets the Sunder. But it's into a Lincoln's. It's into a Lincoln's. The rest of them also disengaged.
Okay, they actually got the Aegis down faster than last time. The problem is that doesn't win you games. Oh, Seri made a mistake. Valky would have stayed inside of the arena. Ah, no, you have a blink. Okay.
Morphling continues to go. Buybacks are coming in. They're like, all right, let's punish this Morphling for getting this deep. Nice move in from Fearless, using the Ogre Seal Totem to get close. Now Hated, pulverizing and getting Seimei and Moody both down. Moody with a dieback. That's gonna be a lot of racks in this game.
That's if you want to get close. They'll call GG. I have to praise both teams though for their trash talk in this game. You know, you have those cowards that only trash talk when they've already won the game. Yeah, wait. I have a point here, Panda. It's because people who trash talk when the game is already ended, those are cowards. But people who trash talk when there's still a really good chance that you're gonna be losing the game, those are the real chads. And Purple Paradox did it in the laning phase, and then Scadilicious, he did it mid fight on the top lane. If you remember when he got caught, though they did miss the doom. So that is the right way to do it, and actually the manly way to do it.
Yeah, manly way to go out for sure. Neon.Atomic to secure the first game. And that is kind of a shocker for Paradox as well, because they've only won series or tied series so far. Already losing the possibility of taking a 2-0 and not given much of a chance. Neon.Atomic looking solid good here this morning. And I think Paradox may be sleeping still a little bit as well. Like having some difficulties with how to react. Can our lineup do this? Can it do that? You've got a really big Doom, and felt like Doom was just solo carrying this game. Pango did a lot of great work as well, but it's just not enough. You've got two heroes versus Neon.Atomic, who's any of their heroes can do whatever they want around the map. So did it feel like it was more about a reactionary question, like, how do we read the map movements? We talked about that mid-tier 1 tower. Should they have defended it?
Yes, you needed to bring a lot of heroes for that one. As I mentioned, the chip damage was the big thing. It got way too low, way too early, and then Neon.Atomic just find the right time to commit on it when you can't get there fast enough. But you mentioned that they were maybe sleeping. They got splashed with water. They got slapped in this one. So in game number 2, I think that cannot be a worthy excuse.
Well, you know how the champions say it. If you want to win something, you better wash your face.